Hi everyone, welcome back to the show. This is your Jee Sifu right here, and today is another Taoism and Taoist Magic talk show. Oh yeah, don't you love this mic? Why? So nice. So today's topic, it's going to be on the purpose of ordaining as a Taoist. What's just the main purpose? Some people think that ordaining is like I really want to learn the magic. That's why I want to ordain, because like I am entering a school, a system to learn stuff. That is not the point. Okay, it was initially when I was young. That was like one of the reason why I get ordained. Okay, but it's not like that. So now I'm here to straighten this up for everyone, okay, who are like about to ordain, or if you was thinking about learning, right? Why should you be ordaining? Well, let me tell you in plain words here, okay? Ordaining, 皈依 in Cantonese, 皈依 is to have something to rely on for the rest of your life. Religion. Okay, you religion, right? Religion. Why do you have to rely on something? Well, very simple. Because we know that in life we cannot just be on our own. The American way of education always talk about independent, right? Kids grow up, they want to say, I don't need help. I can be myself. I can be independent. They want to be independent. It feels like this idea of being independent and not dependent on your parents or anyone, it's like something to be proud of. The westernized or modernized Chinese are also like that, especially like in my generation when I grew up. Well, I'm in the 80s, so when I grew up, okay, old. So when I grew up, people are like they always want to work hard, get a job fast. You know, like they want to make everyone feel that they can take care of themselves, right? Like when I was young, I already find side jobs, part-time jobs, and like fixing computer for people and things like that, and try to make money early so that you can like not bother your parents. You know, like your parents are already suffering. They have worked hard enough. You should not be using their resources. And somehow some parents are always telling you like how useless are you, and so you want to make yourself feel useful, right? So I'm not gonna like trouble my parents, then you will like make your own money. You want a computer, you buy your own. You want this, you buy it yourself. But the thing is, like, I'm a student, how can I have money? So you go find ways to make money. The people who can actually earn a little bit of side income are more like the bright star at that time. It's always like that. Because of why? Everyone is kind of more like westernized. They are like influenced by the American culture of we need to be independent. Independent is good. You know what? Let me tell you, it's BS. It doesn't work. Why do you need to be so independent? If your parents, let's say now, okay, now I'm like 40, right? So imagine you are also at this age, you should be like father, mother, and you're like, you have your own kid, right? Do you like to see your kids asking other family for help, for food, instead of asking you? Does it feel like this family sucks? It cannot feed their kid. Like the family is like cannot even provide what the kid need. Some parents are so bad. They will like say, I already give you education. I give you a place to live. I give you food to eat. Huh? Am I not giving you? I'm providing you everything you need. Those things are like what you want. I don't have to give you what, that kind of feeling. If you are one of those kids grow up with this kind of parent, right? You know how it feels inside. It's like, I really want to get the hell out of here. Why am I here? Like, when you grow up, you really want to detach from the parents, because it's like, what's the point? Like, when I grow up, I can get a job, or I can open my own business. I can earn my own money. I don't even need those basic stuff that you provide. I can pay for it myself if you're so unwilling to give me. You really want to get out of there, right? However, you see, do you realize that working hard in life doesn't always translate to you'll be fine or you'll do good, right? Sometimes we work so hard for something. We put all our time, energy, effort, and hope into it, and it just doesn't work out. Some people, they don't try very hard. They make a video, boom, and then it goes viral. Right? I try very hard making a lot of videos, and it doesn't work out. Why? Right? Why? Because you realize that there's like so many factors that are not controllable by the human force. That's the truth. You might say that, oh, because you don't know enough about those like rules they play by, right? Algorithm. You don't understand these things. Well, the thing is, you see, there are so many people making videos teaching you how to get more views on YouTube, how to get viral on TikTok, right? There's a lot of videos of famous influencers doing it. How many people actually success after following these things? Not a lot. You can even count with your fingers. Are you one of them? If it's so easy, right? If it is so easy to get viral, everyone would be a star today. But it's not the case. There's always those few famous ones that shines. Not you. There are a lot of times that there are unexpected happenings in life that will just KO you, knock you out. And you don't even realize it will come. Like, for example, this year, right? I was doing my best with everything, trying to, do my best on everything, right? I didn't do anything bad, but somehow there was like this pipe that burst at my apartment. Not here, not in this unit, but the main building. The pipe burst because of some weather issue, something like that. The city pipe burst, and then it killed the elevator, killed the power, and everything. And we were like, "Whoa!" So stressful, and we were stressing out, suffering through all that stuff. It's not our fault, right? What can we do? In that case, what can you do, or what can happen that can make your experience a little bit better? These things are not controllable by you. It's not like I can depend on myself. I can take care of myself. But so what? Things will fly to you and hit you out of the blue like that. It doesn't need to be something that you have done wrong for bad things to happen in life. Every one of us know that. Boom, power outage. Boom, a war breaks out, right? You can't control these things. But what you can do is rely on a source. Like Taoists, like us, we have our Tao as our source, our gods above. We rely on them. What do we mean by relying? Relying means that you will rely on them for the guidance, what to do. When things happen, right? What to do. Should you be doing this or should you be doing that? A lot of people are into independent mode. So when things happen, they will think logically what I should be doing. Oh, because of this, so I will do this, like a list I've prepared. I thought of it myself and so on, right? You use your own power to deal with things. Taoists, we also use our own power, but we rely on the source to give us the direction. The source will point you to a better direction than what you can, because the gods can give you better advice because they can see further. They have a better vision. You might think that, how can I know they have a better vision? Maybe I also have ideas and it also worked well. Well, yeah, maybe you have ideas too. But it doesn't mean that your idea cannot be empowered by the God's idea. You see? I'm not talking about like you just blindfold yourself and then, you are nothing, just a God on top, you follow blindly. Well, that works, but no, you still need yourself. It's like God cannot fix stupid, right? You still need to be smart enough. And then the God give you more power on top. When you go through the experience, you will be one of those in the many, many, many people that go through the same experience. You'll be the one that won't be suffering that much. Your mental stress, your physical stress will be minimized compared to those who are like doing the wrong thing and then they're like, having much more panic moment. For example, the God could tell us, oh, it's about time to like grab more water before the water is out. And we grab all the water we can, while other people might be still sleeping. The God can wake you up and tell you to do that. And then we grab enough water to survive through the day, while other people are like, oh my God, like I have 2 days, I cannot flush the toilet. You see, with the God's help, it makes everything better. Now, what's even more important is life is not just about here. Right? What if your life ends? A religion can do something that other things cannot do, like science, your psychologist, your doctor, they all cannot deal with this, and that is the afterlife. What can you do after you die, after your cat or dog die, after your relative died, after your wife dies, right? What can you do? What can you rely on? That is the main point of a religion, dealing with life and death, which is something that religion is always there for. Okay, you might say, but how can I know this is like how it's supposed to be? Like this, every religion has their own story, right? Like Christians say they have this hell and heaven. Buddhists say there's no like this, there's like another version, and then Taoism has their own version. So which is actually the truth? Okay, let me tell you. Every one of them could be your truth. Why? Because it really depends on where are you belonging to, and that's what's going to happen to you after death. Okay? It's not like there's one truth and every one of them is talking about the same thing. No, it's not. Religion is about you get into one religion, that religion brings you to where they have built. Because religion brings you to a destination of that religion. You become a member of that religion, that will be your hometown later. You see? So that's what makes a religion, right? People alive, they invest their time and cultivate and learn from the gods. Through the experience of learning and using what the gods have given you, you will witness, you will gain experience. And these things will add up to make you understand that, oh, this is like how it works. This is how the after death world works in my path. And this is like real. Wow, I have witnessed all that stuff, right? After all the witnessing through your learning experience, you'll be more and more firm and secure about where you're going. Because you see all these things that your God have been giving you and teaching you and so on, it's real. It's witnessed through experience. For example, if you are a Taoist in my lineage, right? You learn the stuff that is passed down from the gods, like Taoist magic. And then when things happen in life, I teach you how to use Taoist magic to solve the problem, to counter the problem, right? Okay, you use the magic. It helped you fix your problem. One time, boom, +1 into your little diary, your notebook. You log it and say, okay, I did this and it worked. The more you go through, the more plus ones you have in your book, the more you will be like proving to yourself that all these stuff add up to what? These things actually exist. It's like there. It's not really just your imagination. It is real. One thing that people have issue is they cannot believe or have a hard time believing things that are not physical. Like they say, oh, science is like no problem. I can believe science because science can show me proof. There are numbers, there are graphs, there are like visuals, right? But do you know that a lot of stuff that are in science are actually put into a graphical form, but they are not actually visible? Oh, for example, you want to know how the Wi-Fi actually beams around the house. You cannot see Wi-Fi with your eyes. You cannot even see sound waves. It's all put into a graphical form from some data they have collected. It's more like a metaphor only. It's like thermal camera. Right? You cannot see the heat, but it collects the data and convert it into a picture for you. It's not like that. It's not like you see it and it looks like that. It's not physical. It's not visible. Well, same thing with Taoist magic. Right? Taoist magic power and all that, the gods and all that stuff. It's like you cannot physically see it, but you can witness it. And if you witness it, you put it into a more like graphical or physical, visible form, right? And there you go. Some people, some religious path, they will have like graphics to show you what they mean. And they're all put into metaphor forms. Like people draw the hell, draw the heaven, It's not actually like that. It's just like a physical representative of what they are trying to tell you. But are you going to actually see that stuff? Well, that depends. You might ask, do you ever see gods? Like, can you see the gods? Yeah, you can see the ghosts, you can see the gods. Okay, but that doesn't happen on day one. And it doesn't happen just because you're curious and then you can see it. It's not like that. Okay, if you cultivate here in our lineage, after you have reached a certain stage and you're like working, like you are able to help other people, you're working for the gods, right? You will gain more abilities. For example, the vision, the hearing, the way to like interact with other worlds out there. These things are given to you, like they're activated and open to you because you need it. Because you have to do the work. It's like, yeah, I'm an exorcist. I help people to deal with evil spirits and stuff like that. Then I need to go and see it. Right? I need that ability. Then you'll be given the ability. But that doesn't happen when you just started. It's after a long time that you have proven yourself, that God also approve you, then you will have that ability. So, ordaining, you have to rely on the gods so that the gods can bring you to where you're supposed to go after you're done here. Okay, my timer is up. We will have to see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.